Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Sunday. Here we are on February 12th, 2017, bringing you a car review on the 2005 Chevy Cobalt LT. I can never remember if it's an LT or an LS. Let's go to the back and find out. It's an LS. So we'll just give you guys a quick walk around. So this is my, I guess you could say, winter beater, but it's actually not so much a beater. This is actually a pretty nice car. Although it's not mine, I do have the fortunate ability to drive this, although my parents own it. It's actually a pretty nice car. I try to take care of it as well as I can. Silver does a pretty good job of hiding any imperfections on the outside, but you do have a little bit of scratch back there from the previous owner. Other than that, there's nothing really too major. Got some, I think it's 14-inch wheels on there. Yeah, some decent alloys. Actually, the bolt pattern is the same size as my Miata, so that's kind of nice. Potentially swap those over onto that and use it for something if I needed to. Little spoiler on there. No tint on the windows, but let's have a look under the bonnet. Look at that. It even has a strut. 2.2 Ecotech. Engine bay was a lot cleaner this summer after I degreased it, but it's got a little bit of dust, no big thing. And this is a two-owner car. We're the second owners of this, so that's pretty nice. They did a really good job of keeping up with maintenance. See how the back room seats. Room is in the back seats. I've actually sat back here before. It's not bad. Behind my driver's seating position, which is actually kind of far back, of course, because I'm 6'2". But here we are. So, controls there. Cruise control, automatic headlights. Very nice feature for being a 2005. It's got, I think, XM radio, heated seats. No Bluetooth, but it does have Pioneer audio. Leather seats, 5-speed manual, very nice for me having a little bit of fun in this thing. The sunroof there. I always have the windows down during the summer, so that's awesome. Let's have a look at the trunk. For a little economy 4-door, this thing actually has quite a bit of room in the back. There's the sub. Yeah, I think that's all for the walk around. Let's do some driving. Alright, you guys ready for this? Oh yeah, snowball action, here we go. All 145 ponies under the hood, whatever it is. I wish I had some better stats to share with you guys, but didn't get to prepare for this video as much as I wanted to. Finally a sunny day. It's kind of warm. Let's see. Right now it is 41 degrees outside. I think it made it up to 50 today. Not bad for early February. Right now we're at 145,025 miles. This was a cold start, so we're going to let the engine warm up a little bit before we really start ripping into it. Right now I'm averaging 32.2 miles per gallon. If I drive it conservatively, I can get 35 pretty easily, but if I put my foot down, even then it usually doesn't go below 30. So that's pretty awesome from the 2.2 i4. This car's made me kind of like Ecotech. Like, I'm not a big fan of GM in general, but I don't know, this engine's kind of cool. Coolant's at 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I kind of like that I can see that in the normal dash info. So I have to admit, the seating position in this car is not ideal for me. I guess it's kind of nice that it has the sunroof, so at least I can kind of pop my head up that way. But if I was going to sit in this car the way I want to, my head would definitely be touching the ceiling. Here, I'll sit up. Yeah, right there. And the seat is adjustable up and down, but it's of course down all the way. And I forget what gear ratio this car has, but I think it's somewhere in the realm of 3.43, which I actually kind of like because generally I drive this in the city, so that's pretty nice for city fuel economy. You can use that extra torque to get you up to speed, and then once you're in 5th gear, you can have it pretty low down in the RPM range at a city cruising speed. So let's bring it down to 30 miles an hour instead of a couple over the speed limit, and see where our rev range is at. 32, close enough. Now we'll bring it down to 30. Okay, 30 miles an hour. It's at like 1,150 RPMs. Pretty good for fuel economy, just cruising around in the city. But on the flip side, of course, the highway fuel economy actually suffers a little bit. Usually on the highway, when I'm going 70, I don't get any better than 32 miles per gallon. Just because you're pushing through all that air, you're at almost 3,000 RPMs. You know, I kind of hate to admit it, but this car is actually kind of fun. This manual makes the car enjoyable. Alright, here's a kind of back road where we can try to do this. Let's try to time what a 0 to 60 would be. Alright, let's come to a complete stop here. Alright, ready for this? Actually, a little bit of torque steer there. We're going to have to go into 3rd. 60. Yeah, the clutch slips a little bit when you power shift like that. But that's okay. It's not meant to be a drag car. It's a economic car that can do what it needs to do. Get 5 people around. But I mean, you gotta admit, did you see the smile light up on my face? I mean, it's not an expensive car, but transmission can kind of make a big difference like that. So I wanted to go down this road the other way, going up the hill, but if you're familiar with Fort Wayne, you've probably heard of Devil's Hollow. This is one of the most curvy roads in this city. A lot of everything else is mainly straight, so let's see what this is like. Oh, a little bit into the ABS there. Not a big fan of this this gravel here. The sand, whatever, from the recent snow. Not going to push it too hard because I don't know exactly what the surface is like right now. And it's a little bit cold, so tires aren't sticking that much. Jeez, look at this turn. Oh, dang, dude. Oh, should have dumped the clutch faster on that. Whoa, 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 whoa. guys this yet or not, but we bought this car for $3,000 about a year and a half ago, and I'd have to say I would definitely buy this again. Although I don't actually own it, one day I might consider buying it off my parents. Because I mean, we're only the second owner, the car's been taken care of well, it's clean. Find a different song that bumps. And it feels like I am just too close to love you. Yeah, it's maybe only one 8-inch sub, but it definitely hits. Roundabout. And you know, being a manual with a parking brake, if the road is slick, if there's some rain or some snow, you can definitely drift it, and trust me, I've tried, and yes, it is fun. And we'll do third here. Nope, second. Don't do it. That's what I thought. Power down the hill. 6500 red line, and speeding. Speed limit. The key to parking, as a lot of people don't know, is backing in. Because guess what? Your front wheels, they turn, and as soon as you get your back end in, you can turn the front end. Pro tip. But I have arrived at my destination, so I think that does it for this car review. Right now we are at 31.7 miles per gallon, so definitely dropped with some of that spirited driving, but thanks for riding along, and we'll catch you guys next time.